Eating is a complicated business. What and how much we eat is driven by body and brain, social and psychological pressures, wealth and poverty, physical fitness and age, and countless direct and indirect cues to eat. Eat and eat some more. The result is a global obesity epidemic. Can science help solve our dietary problems? In Salzburg, Jens Blechert studies a range of eating disorders. He's trying to understand why we eat when we're not hungry, like when we're stressed.
We try to understand this phenomena from different perspectives. One is to track people in daily life, understand when they crave, what they crave. We do this by using a smartphone app where we repeatedly ask participants to report their cravings. We also investigate those cravings from a neurocognitive perspective, understand what the brain does when such cravings occur. We bring people into the lab, record their neural activity while they look at images of tasty foods or while they eat tasty foods, and try to understand what the brain does to stop eating or to regulate eating. If we find out how these relationships work, we can, in the next step, then make predictions. We can tell people when they should not go shopping, for example.
In Pamplona, Miguel Martinez Gonzalez is looking for new health clues in the traditional Mediterranean diet, rich in olive oil and nuts, fruits and vegetables, fish and whole grains. He wants to know if this diet reduces cardiovascular disease.
Well, all doctors recommend overweight or obese patients to lose weight. However, no randomized trial has ever demonstrated reductions in the risk of hard clinical events of cardiovascular disease with intentional weight loss. The Predimed Plus trial, therefore, will be the first trial to test this important medical intervention among non-diabetic subjects.
In Amsterdam, Riekold Houtkoper is studying worms. He wants to know whether restricting fats, protein and carbohydrates in the diet can make them, and perhaps people, live longer and healthier.
What we try to understand is how the genetics of a certain individual and the diet that they are eating contribute to the aging process. We all know these examples in our environment where people that eat a lot and still stay slim, or the other way around, where people, despite eating a healthy diet, gain a lot of weight. What we try to understand using a 1 millimeter size worm is how the nutritional factors and the genes interact to cause aging. And of course we have to realize that inevitably, in the end, aging will still kick in, we will all die, but what we can hopefully prevent is the occurrence of age-related diseases.
And in Dublin, Lorraine Brennan is searching for clues in our bodies, called biomarkers, to see what we are really eating and how researchers can use that knowledge to improve nutritional recommendations.
There's also conflicting data in the literature, and this conflicting data often results from our inability to measure correctly dietary intake. So, for example, one report might have evidence that red meat is detrimental to health, and another scientific report might have some evidence that red meat is actually beneficial. This conflict often stems from our inability to measure dietary intake, and our project should help sort these issues out and should help us to have more accurate data and then to assess better the links between nutrition and health.
These scientists are among thousands being funded now by the European Research Council, the frontier research science agency for Europe.